So hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Shankar, and in the continuation of fixed point iteration method, today I will be speaking about the convergence of fixed point iteration. So as I said in my previous video that the iterative process of fixed point iteration, that is x0 and xn plus 1 equal to phi xn, will converge if phi x satisfies two conditions. One, phi x must belong to AB for every x belongs to AB, and the second one is mod of phi dash x less than 1 for x pre-x belongs to A. So these are the two conditions for the phi x to be held so that the procedure will converge. So here I want to explain one thing, that the first condition is not for the convergence. So it gives us the information about fixed point of phi x in AB. So actually this condition tells us whether phi x has any fixed point in the interval AB or not. The second condition is for the convergence of the procedure, and the first condition is for the existence of the fixed point, because if the fixed point for the function phi x does not exist in the interval AB, then there is no question of convergence of the procedure. So that's why the first condition is very important. So I first prove the first condition, and then I will move to the convergence of the process. So the first condition tells that if phi x belongs to AB for every x belongs to AB, then phi x has at least one fixed point in AB. So one more thing that I want to inform you, that phi x is obviously continuously derivable. That is, I am not going to write. So let us prove the first condition then. Proof. So it may happen that phi A equals A or phi B equals B. So it may happen that the fixed point exists at the endpoints of the interval. So if it happens, then there is nothing to prove. If not, otherwise we must have phi A greater than A and phi B less than B, because we assume that phi x belongs to the interval AB. So now construct a new function hx equals phi x minus x, and if you calculate HA and HB, you will find that HA equals phi A minus A, which is greater than 0 by this condition, and HB will become phi B minus B, which is less than 0 by this condition. So from these two conditions, using intermediate value property, we can say that there exists a point, there exists at least one point P belongs to AB such that HP equals 0, which imply Hx means phi x minus x, that is phi P minus P equals 0, that is phi P equals P, imply P is a fixed point of phi x. So this is our proof of the first condition. You can see that, so phi x must have at least one fixed point in the interval if phi x belongs to AB for every x belongs to AB. Now moving to the second condition, which is the actual condition for the convergence. So the second condition is mod of phi dash x less than 1 for every x belongs to AB imply the procedure x0 and xn plus 1 is equal to phi xn will converge to the fixed point alpha of phi x in AB. Let us prove it. So from this iterative process we get a sequence x0, x1, x2 dot dot xn dot dot, which I have to show that this will converge to the fixed point alpha of phi x in AB, right? So here we consider an interval x0 comma alpha. So obviously alpha and the whole sequence and the sequence xn obviously belongs to the interval AB, right? In this interval, if you apply Lagrange's mean value theorem for the function phi x, you will get phi alpha minus phi x0 divided by alpha minus x0. I am taking modulus on the both side equal to phi dash xi1. So actually we don't know that alpha is greater than x0 or less than x0, so the interval may be alpha comma x0 also. So that's why I am taking modulus. So I don't know which one is greater than which one. Psi1 belongs to the interval x0 alpha. From here, alpha is a fixed point of phi x, so we can write it as alpha minus, so from the iterative rule, this is x1, modulus of this by modulus of alpha minus x0 equals modulus of phi dash x1 xi1, and which will give that alpha minus x1 equals mod of phi dash xi1 into alpha minus x0. This is the equation we get from the interval after applying the Lagrange's mean value theorem for the function phi x. So I am just writing the result. Hope you understand. So I am writing the result here. Alpha minus x1 equals alpha minus x0 into modulus of phi dash xi1. So for the interval x0 alpha. Now we are going to apply this process for the interval x1 alpha, and if you apply this, you will find that alpha minus x2 equals to alpha minus x1 into phi dash xi2, where xi2 belongs to x1 minus alpha. So in this way, if you continue the process, then at the end step you will find that xn comma alpha into modulus of alpha minus xn plus 1 equals alpha minus xn into phi dash psi, where psi n belongs to xn minus alpha. Now we put the values of alpha minus xn from the previous step. So in the previous step we have, let us write the previous step also. So xn minus 1 alpha equals modulus of alpha minus xn minus 1 equal xn equal to alpha minus xn minus 1 phi dash xi n minus 1. So if you write the value of alpha minus xn, so what you will get? You get alpha n minus 1 into phi dash xi n minus 1 into phi dash xi n. Right? So if you continue the process up to the first step, so you will find that this will become the alpha minus x0, and you will have all the phi dash x's. Psi 1, phi dash xi 2 dot dot phi dash psi. Now let us suppose that mod of phi dash x equals p in the interval AB. Not p, let is rho. So if you consider this as rho in the interval AB, then you will find that all the xi1, xi2, xi belongs to the interval AB, and for all this we can write alpha minus x0 modulus, and these all are rho, that is there are n terms, so rho to the power n. Now if we take the limit on both sides as n tends to infinity, limit n tends to infinity alpha minus x n plus 1 equals limit n tends to infinity alpha minus x0 into rho to the power n. So now you can see that this goes to 0 if rho less than 1. If rho less than 1, rho to the power n goes to 0 as n tends to infinity. So in that case x n plus 1 goes to alpha, right? If rho less than greater than equal to 1, then the procedure will diverge. In that case rho to the power n goes to infinity as n tends to infinity. So from this we can see that if rho is less than 1, that is mod of phi dash x less than 1, if, then the procedure will converge. That if mod of phi dash x less than 1 for every such phi x in AB, then the procedure will converge to the fixed point of alpha in AB. So that's all from this lecture, and if you found this helpful, please do subscribe our channel so that I make more and more videos. Thank you.